the February book haul. Yes, books. Quick recap. Here's what went on sale from us this month. We have Dorothy Must Die Stories. It's a collection of Dorothy Must Die Stories. Glass Sword went on sale. What? Oh, that's so good. Symptoms of Being Human went on sale. The Word for Yes. The Girl from Everywhere. Take the Fall. Oh, there's so many books. Bluescreen. Reign of Shadows. Banished. Assassin's Heart. The Mystery Apollo Places. Behold the Bones, and Kingdom of Ashes. You guys, these are all of the books that went on sale this month from just Harper. So, like, imagine what went on sale from all the other publishers. So many books! So many books! Here are the books that I actually read this month. Ta-da! It's a little bit of a mixed bag this month for me. I started off the month with P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. You guys, I met Jenny Han for the first time a couple of weeks ago. I have a serious girl crush on her, and if you're not following her on Twitter or anything, you guys have to follow her because she's amazing. Anyway, I read To All the Boys I Loved Before when it first came out, and then I bought this one, and it's just been sort of sitting on my shelf for a while, and I finally decided to pick it up because it won one of the Book Shimmy Awards, and so I finally read it, and I'm obsessed. Seriously, Team John Ambrose McLaren. Anybody else? Anyone? I know everybody likes Kavinsky, but I'm a John Ambrose girl, so that's just my prerogative. So if you aren't John Ambrose girl, let's fight about it in the comments. I also read Revenge in the Wild by Michelle Modesto. Aww. So this is the weirdest book I have ever read. Seriously, it is a Western, it is steampunk, it is a revenge story, it's a fantasy. There are elves and vampires and wizards and cannibals. Is cannibal lit becoming a thing? I don't know. I kind of hope not, because it's awesome in this book and it should only be in this book. There's a mechanical arm. Basically, there's this girl and her family gets killed by cannibals. You guessed it. And then she goes on a revenge plot and she goes kind of wild. Honestly, this is like the weirdest book I've ever read, but that kind of makes it an awesome book, so you should definitely check this one out. I finally jumped on board and read Rat Queens. I am just sort of dipping my toes into the graphic novel and comic area, and with last summer I started reading Saga, and I'm obsessed with Saga, so naturally I was like, guys, what do I read? I have to fill the Saga whole, void, and everybody recommended Rat Queens, so I picked it up, and I love it. It's so good, you guys. So basically it's about an adventuring company of 4 ladies, the Rat Queens. They're basically like a girl gang, and they each have their own set of skills and powers, and somebody's out to kill them, and so they're like, that's not gonna happen, we're gonna kill you first, and it's awesome, and I love it. Girl power. Last month, you guys voted on I'll Give You the Sun, and this month I read it, and you were correct, it is amazing, although it did take me about 60 pages to, finally get into it, because at first I was just like, what's happening? This is slow, no one's died, there's no apocalypse, but once I got into it, I was like, okay, I get why everybody's obsessed with this book. Have you ever read a book that honestly just made you want to be an artist and paint and be creative and just follow your passion and be a better version of yourself? That's what this book makes me feel. Jandy Nelson has just, her words, the way that she writes words, it's like gold. It's like dripping gold on everything because she's just so good at putting words together. I don't want to spoil anything, but seriously, I'm so glad you guys recommended this book. It was amazing. Thank you. I trust all of your opinions now on what I should read. Do you guys ever get so excited about books that you just you get hot and sweaty a little bit? Because that's what's happening to me right now. Anyway, the last book that I read this month is a nonfiction book. What? I know. You're probably like, do those even exist? And I'm like, I guess, in some other random part of the bookstore that I never venture into. But I did read a nonfiction book. It's called St. Mark's is Dead, and it is a historical counterculture book about St. Mark Street in New York, in the East Village. And I grew up right around there, but I didn't grow up. That's a lie. I grew up in Ohio. I wish I grew up on St. Mark's. No, I grew up in Ohio, but I lived in the East Village for a little while, and I'm obsessed with St. Mark's. If you've never been to St. Mark's Place and you visit New York, please go, check it out. And it's basically the whole history of the street and how counterculture really thrived and existed in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and how the street has evolved with the times, and it really is a reflection of like who we are as a society, because it all happens on this street. So now it's time to show you all of the other books that I received in my mailbox. Do I even have a mailbox? On my desk this month. Here's what I got. Ooh. How It Ends. There's a heart on it. The Art of Not Breathing. That would be actually a really kind of cool thing to know how to do, like not breathe but still like live. Girl in the Blue Coat. I don't own a blue coat, so I am not that girl. With Malice. It's such a pretty picture and such a harsh title. I want to know what's happening with this one. The Crowns Game. Oh! Are you guys excited to read this one? I'm so excited. I'm just gonna set this one aside because I want to read that next month. So just put that back there. We got some cute little books from Little Brown. So they came with this cute little bow. What do we have? Letters. The New Guy and Other Senior Year Distractions. Oh, I didn't realize that the title kept going. The New Guy and Other Senior Year Distractions. The Memory Book. Into the Dim. Into the Dim. I don't know. I feel like I gotta work on how I'm gonna say that. Into the Dim. In a world. And then I got this. Don't know what it is. Haven't opened it, but let's open it together, shall we? Oh! It says evidence on the back, and it's in an evidence bag. Cool. And on the front it says type of offense, homicide, description of evidence, witness's book, suspect, the Ohio River Monster. I'm from Ohio. Is there an actual river monster? I am not okay with this. What book is this? I should probably read it and warn all of my other Ohio friends to avoid the river monster. I thought it would be called The River Monster, but it is not. It's called The Darkest Corners. And now it's time for you guys to decide what I'm going to read in March. So, I have 4 options for you to pick from. I have never read Before I Fall. I know, everybody's like, oh my god, how could you? It's Lauren Oliver's greatest book. I know. I read Delirium and I loved it, and then I read Panic and Vanishing Girls, but I haven't read Before I Fall, so this is an option. But if you want me to read it, you have to tell me in the comments below. Rebel of the Sands. So I've been hearing some really great things about this book, and I just got a copy. So if you want me to read it, tell me in the comments. Lies We Tell Ourselves by Robin Talley. I've been wanting to read this one. It's been on my shelf for a while, especially now with the new paperback. So if you guys have read it and loved it, tell me in the comments. And then the last option I am giving you is The Shadow. The Shadow Queen. By C.J. Redwine. This just came out this month. I haven't read it yet, but it's got a really soft cover, and wait for it. Oh, it's a map on the end papers and they're red. Oh my gosh. I just kind of want to like rub my face on it, but I won't do that. So, which of these 4 books should I read in March? Lies We Tell Ourselves, The Shadow Queen, Rebel of the Sands, or Before I Fall? Tell me in the comments. Yay! Now that I've built my book wall, it's time to go hide behind it and read some more books, and I can't wait to do my next book haul video. Thank you guys so much for commenting on last month's video, and I can't wait to read all of your comments on this one. I love just chatting with you. Tell me about what you're reading and what you're excited about, and just general book shimmy goodness, and I love you all, and I can't wait to see you guys next month. Time to hide now. Bye!